Somewhere deep beneath the surface, slow shapes move through gentle blue darkness, hardly noticed by the sleeping world above. Tonight, let your mind float calmly alongside the quiet wonder of sharks, creatures older than trees, drifting in silent realms where light fades and dreams begin. Let soft currents of curiosity and relaxation guide you toward rest, as gentle facts about these peaceful swimmers settle around you like the hush of deep water. While the word shark may bring all kinds of lively ideas to mind, tonight we let that image soften and settle, much like sandy ripples at the seabed. Sharks have glided through twilight oceans for over 400 million years, quietly shaping the world's waters. Most travel not in frenzy, but with unhurried grace, a quiet shadow or a silver curve, perfectly tuned to the rhythms of the sea. Many never meet a human in their entire long lives, spending days and decades beneath waves, where soft rays of light sift down and time moves differently. In this gentle episode, we'll drift through curious corners of their lives, unhurried, calm, and colored by the dark, dreamy heart of the ocean. As you prepare to rest, let each shark fact arrive softly, like little pulses of wonder beneath waves, helping sleep drift closer with every peaceful breath. Settle in and drift into the slow, ancient world of sharks. Before the first dinosaur took so much as a step, sharks were already gliding quietly through primeval seas. Fossils reveal that the oldest known ancestors of modern sharks appeared roughly 400 million years ago, well before trees spread roots across land. Some of these early sharks were small, slender creatures with delicate jaws, slowly exploring silent, shallow seas. Even now, when you picture a shark, you're connecting to a living lineage that has survived ice ages, mass extinctions, and the slow turning of continents, a persistent presence in the world's story. Imagine the slow unfolding of time under pale waves, millions upon millions of years stretching out, with sharks unchanged in their quiet elegance. Trees, as we know them, have not existed as long as these graceful fish. While forests rise and fall, shark shapes drift on in the blue. The resilience of this design is a gentle marvel. It tells a tale of nature finding a form so suited to its world, little needed changing through eons. Each shark carries that deep time calm, ancient and patient beneath the currents. Fewer people realize that shark skeletons are entirely different from ours. Rather than hard bone, a shark's frame is made almost fully of cartilage, soft, flexible, and light. This cartilage is the very same gentle tissue that forms your own nose and ears. Such a structure means sharks are surprisingly buoyant and can bend and twist with dreamlike ease. This gentle flexibility lets them glide with far less energy, carried effortlessly by the push of the sea, making their movements smooth and continuous, almost like drifting clouds beneath the waves. Sharks' cartilaginous skeletons are not only light and supple, they actually allow these animals to sense their watery world more delicately. The absence of heavy bones means their entire bodies can pick up on subtle movements and sound vibrations passing through the sea. Every gentle shift in pressure and current is felt and understood. This ancient design, quietly perfected over millions of years, allows sharks to detect the faintest motion, like a heartbeat in the far distance or the gentle swish of a fish's tail, without ever breaking the calm silence of their underwater home. One of the gentlest surprises in the shark world comes from the peaceful whale shark. Despite its enormous size, sometimes longer than a city bus, the whale shark moves with a slow, tranquil grace. It glides through warm, sun-dappled waters, filtering tiny plankton, fish eggs, and clouds of microscopic life. The whale shark's mouth swings wide, gathering food with each rhythmical pulse, but never hurrying or disturbing the calm. It seems to float in its own quiet universe, a gentle giant at home in endless blue. Watching a whale shark in its natural space reveals a remarkable serenity. Divers and researchers describe how these giants allow small fish to travel alongside, seeking shelter or scraps, and how their skin dotted with unique, star-like spots marks them each as an individual. Scientists can even tell one whale shark from another by these patterns, almost like reading a constellation on a slow-moving sky. The world's biggest fish spends its years portrayed not by speed or violence, but by quiet drifting, patience, and the gentle pattern of its life in the sea. Somewhere in deep, chill waters, another gentle shark moves almost unseen. The Greenland shark may live longer than any other vertebrate animal on Earth. Scientists believe that these slow, mysterious creatures can survive for over 400 years, meaning some alive today began their long journey before Shakespeare was born. The icy cold helps keep their bodies moving slowly, and every moment is unhurried, measured by the rhythm of distant currents. Time must feel different for such a creature, drifting quietly through centuries, almost like a dream that never ends. The lifespan of the Greenland shark is an unfolding mystery. Recent studies have used the transparent lens of the shark's eye, a part that grows shade by shade throughout its life, to estimate its age. The oldest individuals are slow giants, circling the same northern waters for hundreds of years, untouched by hurry or urgency. In the deep cold and darkness, they float almost as memories, living links to centuries long lost above the surface. Few fish anywhere are quite as patient or enduring. Sharks have another quiet secret, a sixth sense woven deep within their skin. Lining their snouts and heads are tiny, jelly-filled pores called ampullae of Lorenzini. These delicate sensors let sharks pick up the faint electric fields produced by living things nearby. With this gentle, silent power, sharks can sense the heartbeat of a fish hiding under sand or the slow pulse of creatures sleeping on the seafloor. It is a sense that feels almost magical, an invisible awareness of the hidden world around them. The ability to sense electricity in water is a marvel found in few creatures. For the shark, it brings the sea alive with invisible signals, subtle patterns of movement, life, and presence. Even when sight and sound fall away in murky depths, this silent intuition lets them glide confidently through the unknown. It may even help sharks navigate vast stretches of ocean, following cues few others could ever notice. This gentle gift is another reminder that the calm, ancient design of the shark holds surprises quietly hidden within. Some sharks carry their own kind of light through the dark. In the Inkai deep-sea night, a few special species, like the lantern shark, possess organs that glow softly with bioluminescent light. These gentle blue-green glows are thought to help them blend into the faint shimmer from the surface far above, making their outlines almost invisible to creatures lurking below. It's a peaceful camouflage, painting the shark in dreamy light, as if they are a living part of the ocean's own night sky. While it may sound strange, these little lantern sharks rarely grow longer than your forearm, and their light can sometimes signal to others of their kind. Scientists believe that glowing from below may also help them gather together in the dark or confuse any curious onlookers. It's a quiet wonder, an underwater lantern drifting softly, carrying its own gentle night light wherever it goes. Rarely seen by human eyes, their softly shimmering presence remains one of the ocean's small, secret marvels. For all their unusual senses, sharks experience the world with a quiet efficiency. Their skin is covered in tiny, tooth-like scales called dermal denticles, which feel more like satin in one direction and sandpaper in the other. These delicate structures help reduce drag and guide water smoothly past the shark's body, allowing them to move in silence. Somewhere, right now, a shark glides along a current with hardly a whisper, every scale shaped perfectly by evolution's long patience. These dermal denticles are part of the reason a shark rarely has to rush. Their presence helps make swimming almost effortless, reducing turbulence and letting sharks slip quietly from place to place. This means a resting shark can still keep moving, letting water flow over their gills, breathing in peace, carried gently by ocean rhythms. The texture of the shark's skin, so clever and so calm, helps them belong utterly to their world of currents, light, and shadow. Another soft surprise rests within the gentle spiral of the shark's ear. Sharks possess an excellent sense of hearing, using inner ears deeply tuned to low-frequency sounds, like the gentle hum and vibration of waves and the distant rumble of oceanic shifting. They can sense the approach of things from great distances, often before any shadow appears. With each pulse, the underwater world murmurs to them, weaving a tapestry of sound beneath the quiet calm of the surface. Sound travels farther and faster underwater, and the low, rolling tones that sharks hear paint a different kind of map than what we know on land. For a shark, the song of the sea is full of quiet possibility, each gentle thump or flutter echoing through miles of water. This tranquil ability allows them to exist in tune with their world, responding with patience rather than urgency. The sea is never truly silent for a shark, wrapped in distant, comforting vibrations. Few people realize how some sharks move over huge distances, quietly migrating across entire oceans without any need for noise or commotion. Certain species, like the basking shark, travel thousands of miles along ancient routes, drifting slowly through changing seasons. They filter the water for plankton with wide mouths, floating through waters that grow cooler or warmer, always guided by deep, silent cues. Their journeys are as unhurried as sleep, and still, and patient as drifting clouds. Migrating sharks seem to trace memories written on the sea itself. Scientists tracking them have found that even when unseen for months, a basking shark may return to the same quiet bay year after year, following patterns older than any port or lighthouse. It hints that sharks carry the shape of the world's waters inside themselves, moving with instinct and subtlety far beyond our own senses. Their peaceful migrations unfold on a scale measured not in hours, but in seasons and tides. Somewhere under the waves, certain sharks find places to pause. Nurse sharks, for example, are well known for their fondness for gentle rest. On sandy seafloors or tucked beneath coral ledges, nurse sharks quietly pile together, sometimes in slow-moving groups. They can appear almost as if napping, their movements so still and subtle that nearby fish hardly notice. The calm presence and steady breathing of these sharks blend perfectly with the surrounding peace of the reef. Rest for a nurse shark is truly tranquil. Unlike many other sharks, they are able to take in water through a small opening behind their eyes, called a spiracle, letting them breathe while lying still on the seafloor. With bodies at rest, they seem to melt into the gentle hush of the ocean, sharing the silence with slow-moving sea stars and the delicate drift of sand. Their sleepiness carries an atmosphere of trust and calm, another quiet gift from a life spent underwater. In some ways, sharks themselves are the ocean's best caretakers. By gently keeping fish populations balanced, they help coral reefs, seagrass beds, and entire underwater gardens thrive. Their slow, careful movements are felt in every corner of the sea, gently shaping the life around them. Even as the world above changes quickly and loudly, sharks bring an ancient kind of peace below, leaving every water they pass through just a little more harmonious and whole. And stranger still, every time you drift off near the ocean's edge, sharks are gliding quietly below, keeping the waters balanced and calm. Their nightly wanderings mirror the gentle restfulness of sleep, the peace of steady movement, slow breathing, and patient living. In this way, the soft mysteries of sharks become part of the world's own nighttime lullaby, softly singing us into a deeper calm as we nestle into dreams of quiet tides and faraway depths. As currents glide silently past, even the largest sharks drift with ease, wasting little energy. Their bodies are shaped so water parts around them quietly, similar to wind slipping over a hill. This gentle efficiency means they can travel for days without tiring, letting the world of the ocean pass by in slow, silent scenes. In the dim blue, their movements scarcely disturb other creatures, as if they are only a shadow gliding across the seabed. All the while, their skin's fine texture and smooth, subtle lines keep the currents close, calming the water behind them and leaving hardly a whisper in their wake. In the soft darkness, a shark's eyes adjust to the dim, blue world like few others could. Some sharks have a reflective layer behind their retinas, called the tapetum lucidum, much like what you see in a cat's glowing eyes at dusk. This gentle mirror gathers what little light exists, starlight tracing the surface, or the faint shimmer rising from underwater life, giving sharks an easy sense of movement long after night has fallen for everyone else. It's not so much night vision as a quiet way of making the dark ocean less mysterious, a comfort woven into their gaze. Even in slumber, nurse sharks rest together, nestled one against another along the soft floor. Their bodies pile gently, allowing warmth to flow slowly from one to the next, a kind of hush among the coral and sand. With gills moving quietly, they draw calm breaths without effort, carried by the slow movement of the water. These moments create a hushed stillness, as if the ocean itself is pausing, and every detail settles with them until the daylight gently returns. Scientists believe some of the oldest living sharks move through the same coastal shallows their ancestors did hundreds of years before. Greenland sharks are a soft mystery because their lives unfold over centuries, unnoticed beneath drifting ice and slow tides. Their bones record memories of ancient waters, absorbing the secrets of cold darkness and the quiet brush of glacial currents. Each slow beat of their hearts is a patient rhythm, marking time in ways that make our own years seem like only a breath. Gently passing beneath waves, sharks rely on senses too subtle to be easily imagined. Their lateral lines, running the length of their body, can quietly sense changes in water pressure, like faint footsteps felt through floorboards at night. When a fish moves in the distance or the tide changes in the dark, a shark's line whispers the news along its skin. This soft awareness is more than sight or hearing. It is a hush of movement running through a continuous world, letting them feel the shape of the ocean itself. Somewhere out beyond the reef, biologists map gentle echoes, tiny signatures left by tagged sharks as they slowly cross the open sea. Each time a shark swims past a listening buoy, a quiet record is left, tracing a journey through water and shadow. Months later, these traces unfurl across maps in soft, looping paths, connecting far-off feeding grounds and borrowed resting places. No two migrations are ever quite alike, and each silent passage shapes an invisible story, written only in currents and calm. Within the current's flow, the slow heartbeat of a shark is like a lullaby. Larger, deep-living species often beat their hearts just a handful of times each minute, steady and unfazed by time's hurry. Each beat carries calmness through their muscles and fins, lending a sense of unbroken patience to all their movements. This gentle rhythm helps them save energy during long migrations, ensuring their journeys can be as unhurried and peaceful as the sleeping ocean around them. Amid drifting kelp and gentle slopes, small sharks sometimes pause to allow tiny fish called cleaner wrasse to sweep along their skin. These delicate caretakers nibble at imperfections, picking away loose skin and bits of debris. The sharks remain almost motionless, lulled by the cool, tiny touch, as if enjoying a silent spa below the waves. Afterward, they glide away lighter, their calm restored by the subtle care of the reef. During storms above, the sea's surface may churn, but deep below, many sharks find a layer of soothing stillness. These deeper waters protect them from the clamor and brightness of the world, offering cool darkness and the gentle hush of distant currents. Here, their bodies adjust to calm pressure, heartbeats slow, and the stresses of the surface fade away. Every rise and fall in the swell above becomes only a faint murmur, while the world below stays quietly untroubled. Beneath the hushed veil of night, the pulse of a sleeping shark slows even further, saving precious energy as the world above fades into moonlit silence. Its gills ripple gently, drawing in water that carries not just oxygen, but the faintest whispers of distant life. Known to scientists as ram ventilation, this effortless breathing harmonizes perfectly with the ocean's perpetual motion, making shark rest something closer to effortless floating than rigid sleep. Each inhale is slow and measured, every exhale almost invisible, and through it all, the shark remains both tethered and free, drifting where the tides wish, never resisting the softness of the dark. As miles pass beneath their fins, the skin of a shark tells an ancient story, covered in millions of tiny, tooth-like scales called dermal denticles. These scales quietly guide currents along the shark's sleek body, reducing drag and warding off parasites, all while lending the texture of fine sandpaper to the touch. In sleep, the skin's unique surface continues its tireless work, giving the resting animal both silent armor and a lullaby of flowing water. With each movement, the play of current and dermal scales weaves a tactile lull, reminiscent of the Earth's oldest design. While the world above unfurls in shifting lights and passing clouds, deep water keeps its gentle hold on slumbering sharks. Buried beneath the warmth, temperature changes are subtle here, soothing and stable. Scientists believe this even climate is essential for the most ancient of sharks, who rely on the constancy to rest and repair within their slow, measured rhythms. In the velvet dark, heat moves slowly, embracing the shark in a quiet blanket, so it may linger in the deep, unhurried, while the night endures. There are nights when the only sounds are the faint clicks and hums of fish drifting nearby, and the whisper of a shark's movement vanishes into the immensity. Over thousands of years, these quiet hunters have learned to listen for patterns beneath the surface, vibrations so soft they slip past nearly all other ears. Even in calm repose, specialized cells along their sides trace echoes passing through the salt water, building a tranquil map of their world without needing to wake. In this sleepy balance, the shark abides, half dreaming, fully present in the ocean's slow song. As our night's journey through gentle shark facts draws to a close, let the deep hush of the underwater world linger around you. The ancient calm of sharks, drifting patient, flexible, carried on sound and senses unlike our own, reminds us of the quiet strength found in stillness. Like the tide, their story moves slowly, nourishing the life around them without hurry or alarm. Let your thoughts unwind with the rhythms of their world, subtle lights, far-off migrations, and the peace of restful waters. There is wisdom in these slow swimmers, a sense that time and patience can soften even the longest day. May your dreams tonight rise and fall gently like waves above calmly drifting sharks. If these quiet wonders have helped you drift a little closer to sleep, consider subscribing for more peaceful facts each week. Rest easy now, carried softly by oceans of calm.